The world is deeper than you think. Let me tell you what you don't realize. Satan took the culture of this world and immersed it in darkness. And immersed it in darkness. So many of the things we see from the eye of so-called civilization is sophisticated darkness. Most of the American Hollywood movies today will, no matter how they act a good movie, they will put sex somewhere, subtly somewhere. They will put LGBTQ subtly somewhere. Why? The movie is a priesthood. So as you are watching it, it is reconfiguring you. It is, so you think that the kingdom of darkness is only about violence, only about death, only about disorder and destruction. No. The kingdom of darkness is also about creating systems and structures that are antichrist. They will look human and user friendly, but if you continue to travel on that path, before the end of the journey, you are fine with people being gay and homosexuals around you. After all, it's their right. You didn't know that as you were watching the movie, you thought it was entertainment. They think it's reprogramming. So the world has brought priesthood into everything. So the unbeliever who gets a political appointment doesn't come to his office until he brings his Baba from that village somewhere far south of Nigeria. Baba will come one night at 11 p.m. when nobody is there and bury something for him in the office to establish his position in that office before the man will resume. So that when he comes and speaks, an authority will emanate from the man, and even believers will cower when they hear him. Everything is about priesthood. This is the point. I realize that it seems like the people in darkness have engaged their priesthood more than the people in light. That's the reason why in the mind of the average believer, in our stories, we actually have more stories about the exploits of darkness than light. You've not realized it. We have more stories about the exploits of the dark kingdom than light. We can tell more of what demons can do than what angels can do. Because as priests, we have not engaged our own priesthood. The kingdom of darkness is organized, structured, strategic, and sophisticated. Sometimes in the spirit realm, something can be shining brighter than this light, but it's darkness. Jesus speaks of an interesting scenario. Let's see Matthew chapter 12, verse 43. He says, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, so an unclean spirit can live in a man. He walketh through, he, not it. So he's also a man, or he's a spirit. He walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. Next verse, please. Then he said, I will return unto what? Read it for me, please. I will return unto what? Can you imagine that? And he's not paying rent. I will return unto my house from whence I came out. And when he is come, look at this. He findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. And when he is come, he doesn't jump inside. He does house inspection. He comes with a housing agent. You know Abuja housing agent. He comes with a housing agent and findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. Next. So something can be garnished but is empty. Then look at this. He doesn't enter. This is what he does. He then goeth. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself. And they enter in. Look at this. He comes out. He left that house alone. But now he's back to check. It's empty, swept, and garnished. So let me bring a conversation that is not captured in the scripture, but I'm absolutely sure I'm accurate with this. He now says that if I enter this house alone, they can easily kick me out again, the way they kicked me out the other time. Elijah can come and say, come out! And I'll be homeless again. And accommodation is hard. Rent is high. So he says that to make it difficult for me to be cast out, I will now go and publish to find more, to back up spirits. I'm wicked, though, but I'll find the ones more wicked. Now look at this. He's one. He says he's going to find how many more? 7 more. So altogether there will be how many? 8. And you know 8 is the number of new beginning. So look at, because 8 is the number of new beginning, see what he says. Other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of the man is worse than the first, because they will bring a new beginning for him, what he has never seen in wickedness. So look at this. Do you know that the rank of spirits is according to wickedness? The higher ranked spirits are more wicked than lower ranked spirits. So what that means is that when they come into this man, they want to form a stronghold that will make it difficult to lose that ground. Because man is not only a being, man is also a territory. Man is real estate. So this is my point. So the demons, you know, what this scripture means is that this demon that goes to look for the 7 others will no longer be the leader of that pact. He will submit to the others that are more wicked because they are higher ranking. But because he needs to keep the house, their agenda is stronger than its personal ambition. That didn't sink. That didn't sink. Their agenda to keep that man under the subjection of demons, for the devil's agenda to constantly gain expression through that man is greater than that demon's personal ambition. How many churches will go to a territory and find that their influence may not be strong enough and will open doors for other churches to come to that territory so they can work and join forces to keep that territory out of darkness? How many churches can do that? Do you understand my point? I'm just trying to show you how strategic a demon is. Just because it wants to keep a territory, it will relinquish its own personal ambition to partner with more wicked spirits. Can you partner with more anointed people to keep something of the kingdom secure for God? Or your ego will rather make that thing lost than for you to partner with others? You have somebody with an infirmity. You have a friend that can heal that person. You have tried praying many times. It didn't work. You have a friend that can heal that person. But because that person gives you money regularly and sees you as anointed, if you bring your friend to pray for that person, your friend will now look more anointed than you. You will rather watch the person die. That's how far ego can go. But demons don't have ego. But men of God do. Can you imagine that? I've prayed for this person many times. It didn't work. Elijah, come and pray for this person too. You have grace for cancer. I've prayed, it is not working. Do you know that we were not designed to walk in isolation? We were not designed. That's why we are called a body. That's why we are called a body. If the leg can't kick it away, the hand will join forces with the leg.